Alara Hines woke to the smell of blood, not the sharp, metallic tang of violence, but the earthy, organic scent of fresh meat. Her eyes snapped open, and she found herself staring at her apartment floor, where approximately 50 pounds of raw meat sat in neat, carefully arranged packages. Beside the pile gleamed 4 coins she had never seen before, each one carved from what looked like compressed starlight, etched with symbols that hurt to look at directly. She sat up slowly, her military training keeping her calm even as her mind raced through possibilities. Break-in? Threat? Gift? The door was still locked from the inside. The windows were sealed. Nothing else had been disturbed. Then she heard a soft chittering from her bathroom. Alara moved silently across the room, fingers instinctively reaching for the plasma knife she kept under her pillow. She pushed open the bathroom door and froze. 4 juvenile Krenathi huddled in her bathtub, their bioluminescent fur flickering nervously between blue and orange. The species was rare this far into human territory, apex predators from the outer rings, each one capable of tearing through reinforced steel when fully grown. These were cubs, barely 3 feet tall, their oversized ears pressed flat against their skulls in a gesture she recognized as shame. The largest one stepped forward, its triangular head tilting in what the Galactic Council's xenobiology texts called a submissive approach. A translator disc was crudely strapped to its chest with what looked like medical tape. Alara Hines, the device crackled. We pay. You. Kind. We pay. The memories flooded back. 3 weeks ago, she had found these 4 in the lower cargo bay of the station where she worked security. They had been scheduled for processing, a polite term for what happened to unregistered aliens caught in human space. The paperwork said they were invasive pests. The cold efficiency of the order had reminded her too much of things she had tried to forget from the war, so she had done something stupid. She had erased the logs, opened the airlock to the civilian quarter, and told them to run. She had not expected to see them again. You don't owe me anything, Alara said softly, lowering her knife. The lead cub, Krexin, she would learn later, shook his head vigorously. The translator struggled to keep up with his rapid chittering. Human not understand. You break law. Risk position. Risk freedom. For us. No kin. No pack. No trade value. His bioluminescence flared bright gold determination, the text said. Krenathi pay debts. Always. No exception. Alara glanced back at the meat. 50 pounds of prime protein, probably stolen from a dozen different vendors across the station. The coins, though those were another matter entirely. She had seen them before, in classified briefings. Krenathi honor tokens, each one worth a year's salary in the right markets. They were never given lightly. Where did you get these? She asked, already dreading the answer. Krexin's ears perked up with pride. Hunt, trade, work, 3 weeks. Find where humans value what? Learn your rent. Learn your need. He gestured at the meat with one clawed paw. Station vendors say you buy this. Say you need for eating. We bring. He tapped the coins. Station landlord. Say you need these. Say you owe. We bring. Debt paid. Something caught in Alara's throat. They had spent 3 weeks learning human economics, working odd jobs in the station's underbelly, hunting in the maintenance tunnels, all to repay a debt she had never asked for. Your species doesn't even eat cooked food, she said quietly. You risked your lives coming back here just to pay me? You risked life for us. Krexin's voice was firm through the translator. Humans strange. Humans break own law for stranger. Humans fight, when no profit. Humans. He struggled for the words. Humans see small ones and say, no, not today. This not normal. Galaxy not work this way. Alara sat down on the bathroom floor, eye level with the cubs. Yeah, she said. We're weird like that. Weird good, one of the other cubs chirped. Weird very good. Krexin stepped closer, reaching out to touch her hand with his paw. The contact sent a slight tingle across her skin, a Krinathi gesture of deep respect. You teach us. Humans strong because humans choose strange kindness. Choose protect weak. Choose fight for no kin. No pack. No trade. His bioluminescence shifted to a warm amber. We learn. We remember. We teach cubs. We tell packs. We say, one human choose us when no human should, so we choose humans. Always. In that moment, Alara understood what she was witnessing. Not just a debt repaid, but a covenant formed. The Krinathi did not give their loyalty easily. But when they did, it was absolute. These 4 cubs had just declared themselves part of her pack. The landlord's going to freak when I try to pay rent with these, she said, picking up one of the honor tokens. Crexon's ears twitched in what she suspected was amusement. We explain. We very convincing now. Learn human negotiation tactics from dock workers. He paused. Also learn human intimidation stance. Very useful. Despite everything, Alara laughed. All right. Deal. But if you're staying, we need to establish some ground rules. First, no more breaking and entering. Second, we cook the meat before eating it. And third, she met Crexon's eyes. You're not debts. You're not obligations. If you're here because you want to be. Understood? All 4 cubs chittered in unison, their bioluminescence flaring in synchronized gold. Understood, pack leader, Crexon said. Alara Hines had woken up to 50 pounds of raw meat and 4 alien coins. She went to sleep that night with 4 juvenile apex predators curled up in her living room, their soft breathing a reminder that sometimes the galaxy's most dangerous creatures could fit in a bathtub, and that humanity's greatest strength was not its weapons or its ships, but its stubborn refusal to look at someone small and afraid and walk away. The rent was paid in full, the pack was formed, and the galaxy would never quite be the same.